Alright, hello everybody, this is Brian. Today we're going to be going into Wix. We got about 30 minutes. We're going to go ahead and hop right into this. So first off, I prefer Wix myself. There are other options like Squarespace and such, but you're going to want to stick with Wix because Squarespace is more based towards selling products. Whereas if we're going to be building a site for government contracting, we'll have better options with Wix. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to collect up all your information, whether that's like your about page, your core competencies, maybe some headshots, any graphics, logos you might have. You're going to want to compile that all into one main file. And what I like to do is, you can see right here, I'm going to drag it up top, we have the website assets. So for our example today, I'm going to be using this little file. It's kind of got a couple things in here that I'll go ahead and kind of use throughout the website. So we'll go ahead and we're going to skip on up to Google. We're going to go to wix.com. So I already have an account with Wix. If you don't already, you'll have to register. It doesn't take too long. So you just sign on in, log in. Alright, so then we're looking here up top. We got create new site. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create new site, and it's going to give us some options. So from looking through what I've seen, since Wix is kind of gauged a little more towards government contracting, you're going to want to go ahead and click on business, and then you choose a template over here on the right hand side. Alright, so now we can scroll down on the left hand side. We got bunch of other options here. As far as I'm concerned, I'll just keep it under business. That should be good enough. So then if you come over to your right hand, you can scroll down and you'll see all your options here. So these are pre-made templates. So this guy, for example, with the yellow and black right here, you can take this guy and you can click view just to see if this is something that you kind of want to go with, like if it has a good layout. I just want to look at it. Alright, there we go. So right here we can kind of see the layout, get a better understanding of what we'd be working with here. So it's got some nice testimonials. You could use those blocks to put in some other text. Like I said, this is all completely customizable. You don't have to worry about this color scheme or anything, or this background. Like, it's really just giving you a backbone that you can then tweak and customize to your needs. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to click edit this site. So this will take us to actual editing now. Let it load. It takes a second. Right, but while it's loading, we'll talk about one of the most important parts. So you will need a domain. You can get the domain through Wix. I personally, at this point, don't recommend it with some of the experiences I've had. It's a little harder to shift over, as well as it does lock you into Wix to a certain degree. So what I would say is I have a Word doc here. Open this guy. So for our additional resources, we have domain names. So these are two places I recommend you can go buy one. You can go to GoDaddy.com, and I believe you can get it for about 99 cents. So if you go to GoDaddy, go ahead and get your domain there and hold on to that, and then later on you can connect that to your Wix. It's not too hard, you can do it with a couple clicks. Alright, so we're going to close this and come back to Wix. Alright, so here we are in Wix. We have all of our assets saved. So right now, as you can see, we're gonna cut it there. Alright, so now that we're in here, we're going to go ahead and spruce this up. We're going to throw some All-American flair on there, so a lot of red, white, and blue. Get our logo, maybe change the background. So first things I'll say, so say we got to get this guy here. We can click on it, it's highlighted, we got our little blue square. So say I don't want this on my site. All you got to do is, as I did previously, click, we highlighted it, then on your keyboard, delete. So that'll be one of your main tools that you'll be using, is strictly just deleting, unless you just want to edit it. But now say that was a mistake and I go, oh man, like I kind of want that back. All you have to do is on your keyboard, hold Control and press Z, and boom, pops right back up. So Control Z to bring, to undo, as well as you have undo and redo up here. So 2 little buttons. Alright, so now that we know how to delete and undo, because those will be one of your 2 most used features as you're going through here, you'll want to do a lot of tweaking. We'll move on to tools up here at the top. So you see tools. One thing I would highly recommend, especially when you're brand new at this, is you want to make sure that Snap to Objects is selected. So we'll make sure that that little blue check is there. Basically all that's going to do is, as you click on things, you can drag them around, to customize it up, but it will snap. So you see when it turns purple, purpley pink right there, it goes boom, right there, boom. So it's snapped that. So that just means it's aligning it for you essentially. So I'm going to hit Control Z. I'm going to send it back to its original spot. So I kind of like that right there. We'll leave that. So we've got this text here. So say I want to change this. So we'll keep that. We go the extra mile view. I think that's a good little header. So our subtext, since we're talking about All American and contracting, you can put something like, I don't know, let's say, we provide the best government solutions you can find, all at a fair rate. So that might not be, that's just something we're going to throw in there for now. Obviously I probably wouldn't want to talk about fair rates or anything, but just for the sake of the example right now. So now while we're still selected on this, you can come over here, you see our font size. So what we can do is we can pump this guy up if need be. Well, we're going to highlight it, and then we can bring it up. See? So to wherever we see fit. But I'm going to go ahead and put it back to where it was with Control Z again. Alright, so that's how you can change your text. We can move things around again just by doing that. And we can snap it whenever you see the purple or the pink. That means it's snapped to that certain point. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to come up here to menus and pages. We're going to go ahead and open that guy up. So you'll be using this a lot. So this essentially are the same pages that you'll see right here. So we have the home, services, about, and contact. So we'll bring this guy up. So home, we'll keep home the same. So services, so maybe for this, I click on here, we want to rename this guy, make it a different one. We'll say, let's see, what's a page you would want? How about an About Us page? Alright, so now if we come over here, we can see we have About Us. So we have About there, but we'll change that too. So we'll come back, go to About, we'll come down, we want to rename it, so we got rename right here. Well, backspace, delete that guy, and maybe our core comp. Alright, hit done, boom, we come back, we see we have our core comp right there. Alright, and then what you can do is you can also take these guys and you can move them around. So if I change home, I can pull it all the way down here. It's on the end. Boom, it's moved there too. So we're going to come back up. I'll put that back. I'll close this. So now, alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to change our background strip. So that's going to be this guy right here, the road. We're going to go to, well, first you click on it. Change background strip. Alright, so I have a video. I've got a nice big flag that fits with the All American theme. So what I'm going to do is I'll click on the video right here. Now I already have these 2 files uploaded in there, but I will show you what you got to do. So if you want to upload your own custom content, you're going to come up here to Upload Media and click on this guy. I have it saved on my computer, so upload from computer. Now there's my file again with all my website assets. So I got a couple logos, a video, and then these backgrounds. So I'm going to select this guy, it's my favorite one. We're going to hit open. So we see it's uploading right here. We're going to wait for that. Wait till the circle completes. It's about halfway, almost there. Alright, almost there. Here we go. Okay. So, once it's uploaded, you'll go ahead and select the one you want. So this is the video I want for my background right here. So I have it highlighted after clicking on it with the blue line, and then we're going to go to change background. Boom. So now, there we go. So we got that in the background. Now, we're going to check out the settings on it. So you can add an overlay, so it'll give kind of a grid if you want. Let's see, which one do I like the best right now? I'll go with this guy just for the time being. We can change it, it can be lighter, darker. I like the darker so it'll stand out a little better. Okay, so boom. So now if you want to see this video actually play, what you can do is come up here, hit preview. And now you can see it playing in the background. Oh, very cool. So we're going to go back to editor now. So now we're going to change the colors of these guys and make it match up a little better with our red, white, and blue. So I'm going to click on the strip. Alright, so it's highlighted. Oh, there we go, okay. So we got it highlighted, we want to change this yellow. It doesn't really go with this red, white, and blue. So we're going to go to column background, change column background. You see our preview color right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on color. And let's see, I'm going to go with this second red. We'll do that guy. And then once it's selected and highlighted, we'll go to change. And there we go, it's changed. So I'm going to close this. We got another yellow one here. We want to make this red, or whatever we want. Same thing, change column background, color. So maybe for this one, contrast a little bit, we'll do a blue, just for the sake of time here. We're not making art, we're just trying to show you guys what you can do with this. Alright, so boom, got blue. We're going to click up here on this button. We'll go to design. Do custom design. Fill color and opacity. So here we go. I'm going to click on here. There's our yellow that we want to change. We'll make it our nice dark red right there. Change. Can't close it. That's already changed. Boom. We got this guy. We're going to change our call list now. So we're going to go to edit text. Down here is our color. So we're going to click on him. Maybe to make it stand out against the rest, we'll go with a nice white and contrast a little bit so it stands out. So change. Shut it down. Close it. There we go. Now it's white. Okay, so over here, I have a logo that I want to put in here. I don't really need this. I don't need this text. So again, we can use our delete on the keyboard. All gone. This vector art, don't need that. It's kind of in my way and it's yellow. We're going to delete. So what we're going to do from this point is I want to upload my logo from my asset file. So I'm going to come over here to media. I'm going to click on the media and then upload. Alright. It's on my computer. I have it saved there. So we're going to open up. Have my file on the desktop. Let's see, I got two different logos. I'm gonna go with this guy. It's a little more dynamic. Okay, so we'll let that load just like we did the video earlier. Let me give that a second. Alright, boom, there it is. Alright, so it's uploaded, we can see it here. Now we're not going to go down and hit add to page. What we're going to do is if we want to put it up in that corner, we're going to close out now that it's uploaded. We're going to click on the column. We're going to, I know that there's some black in there, so it's not really going to fit over this. We'll probably lose a little bit of it. So we're going to change the background first. I'm going to go to a nice white where it'll stand out. I'm going to change. Alright, so now we got a nice white little standout on. Now we can go to change column background again, go to image, and there's our logo. We're going to select him, and then we're going to come down to the right hand and click change background, and boom, there it is now. Alright, so we can see it's starting to come together. We still got some more yellow down here, but for time's sake we're not going to change every little bit. Okay, so we're back up at the top of the page. So now I'll show you how to do a link, or how to link an icon, text, etc. So what I want to do is I do want to add the Instagram logo to this. So you see right up here we have our social bar. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click set social links. I'm just going to bring up this page. Now I want to add an Instagram in there, so let's see, we can go to add icons. Let's see, and there it is, boom, we got Instagram, so we can click on this guy, add, and then right below it we have a button that says add to gallery, so we're going to click on that, and there we go. And now come on down, we got a done button right here, and done. So now we have the Instagram logo there. So again, we're going to click on set social links. Now we're going to add this link. So all you got to do is if you go to your Instagram, so we're going to use Jalen's for this one. So let's see, I'm going to come up here, www.instagram.com/jalen.ubo. I just want to double check, make sure we got the right address. So yes, this is his page, that's the address. Not worried about that. So there we go, we can see all the stuff. So we're going to come up here, we're going to highlight this, right click, copy. We're going to go back to our website editor page. We're going to paste it right in here. So right click, paste, and done. So boom, now we'll come down, hit done again. So now what we can do is we can hit preview. And if we come over here, we can click on top of that, and it works. Takes us right to his Instagram. Alright, so we're going to close that. We're going to go back to our editor since we're in preview mode. Back to editor. Now let's scroll down and see what else we got here. Okay. So like I said, we're not going to change every little thing for time's sake. You know, there's social media links again here, so you're going to want to do the same exact process for this one, because I do recommend having it on the top and the bottom. Alright, then we're going to come back up. So we went through media, so now we're going to go through the ad section. So in here is where you're going to find a lot of the ins and outs, buttons, strips. You know, you can make interactives. For what we're doing, you really don't need anything quite like that. You can add image galleries. You can add your text here, so you can take this stuff and drag and drop. We've got shapes if you need a background for your text. You know, you can come over here, you can drag in. Well, let's go ahead, we'll pull one of these in here. So you can click and drag. We're going to drop it. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So we're going to pull it over here, just center it. You can see it's snapped to the middle. I'm going to come back up, snap to the top. I don't really care about the background right now, just for example's sake of some things you can do. So if you do have video content, you can have this and drag and drop it, and go to manage videos. And this will pull up. I'll give it a second. Alright, so and again, just like we did previously, we can upload our content. And again, mine would be on the computer, so I would upload it through there. The exact same process we did when I made the background. Alright, so we're going to close this guy. Now, I'm going to go ahead and delete this since that was just for example's sake. Delete. That's all gone. And remember, if you wanted to bring it back, all you got to do is you get your nice undo button. And it's back again. But like I said, we don't really want that, so bye-bye. Alright, back to our ad section. So I said this is going to have a lot of the tools you'll need. You know, you can look through different menus, so like all these different menus here. you can apply this so that it replaces what we have right here. Bring it back up. So I mean, tons of different stuff. I mean, if you're running an online store, I mean, none of you guys in government contracting will be running an online store, but say you got another side business or something, that's something you'll definitely want. Alright, close that down. Alright, so we're back at the top of the page again. I will reiterate, we're obviously not going to change everything for time's sake, but as long as you follow those steps, changing the rest of this is the exact same process. So now we're on the home page, we have these other pages, we have our About Us. Now we want to get to those other pages so we can start tweaking those. What you want to do is you're going to come up here to Page and Home, you're going to click the drop down, and we'll go to our next page, About Us. We'll click on that. Boom. And okay, so now we're on the next page. Now, as you can see, everything we changed up here in our header all stays the same. It's going to be constant and fluid throughout the whole site, so that'll save you some time. You don't have to worry about that. So, what I will say is, again, we're not going to change every little bit, but when it comes to fonts, so we're going to click on this guy. We'll go to Edit Text. One thing that will happen, I highly recommend, when you choose your fonts, so here's our fonts right here. So we see this guy, we can change it. We'll, what we got? Make something that stands out a lot, just so we can see it real good. All right, so yeah, these probably don't go together, nor would you want to use a font like that for a government site. But the point of this is, you don't want to use more than 2 to 3 fonts. I recommend at least 2 different fonts, but no more than 3 maximum, because what will happen is as your website has to load, it will slow down significantly. You imagine just fonts, you'd be surprised though, so that will slow your site down. Try to stick to 2 to 3. I don't recommend the 1 just because it can look a little tacky, and you want to create some separation. So I recommend pick 2 that you like that go together, and have one that kind of be the header. Like this would be considered a header, and then some subtext. And usually you want your subtext to be something pretty easy to read, something that like this is eye-catching, this is informational, so you want to make sure that they can read that really well. Alright, so one of our last little features we'll go over is we're going to go to Add, Image. So now I've been uploading all my own original content, as far as our logo goes, that flag in the background, that's all stuff that I had saved and found on my own or made. So what I want to show you guys is, if you go to Images, you come over and down, Free Wix Images. So you don't have to hire a photographer, you don't have to hunt through Google looking for pictures. You can also run into some issues if you're pulling pictures off Google because copyright issues and infringement, and you don't want to get yourself in trouble. But Wix has a lot of great free stuff, so we're going to click on that. Alright, so now we see we got lots of pictures here. We can come up to the top. So let's say something that's businessy. So I mean, we'll just go real general. We'll just put in business. Alright, so we got lots of stuff. So we got some people networking, we got some guys with paperwork on the table talking in the background. Let's see, it was a nice striking image. We'll go with, we'll have this guy. Alright, so we got that. Highlight. So it's highlighted. Come down to this corner in here, and you're going to click the Add to Page button. And bloop, there it is. Alright. So what you can do with that is, this will give you a lot of options. So you don't have to hunt around the internet. You don't have to worry about copyright infringement. And, it's a lot more simpler that way. So again, you can snap it, change it up, you could do whatever you like with it. Maybe in this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete this guy. Maybe I want to use that picture for the background instead. So I'm going to click on our background with the taxi. It doesn't quite really fit with what we're going for. We'll click on images and then explore media from Wix right over here on the left. So again, we'll put in business. Let's see if we can find him. Where's the guy writing? Come on. And because of the strip layout, it's a very wide aspect, you're going to want to pick something that has a wider aspect. So like this photo of this lady here, you wouldn't want to use that as a background because it's not going to work out. Alright, so I couldn't find it. We're just going to go with this as a nice wide aspect, so it'll definitely fit the really long wide strip. Come back down to the right side, there's a button right below that change background. And boom, there it is. Okay. Alright, so I do appreciate everybody's time today. We're going to finish up with a couple little notes. Like I said, there's lots more you can do with Wix. This is just a quick overview just to kind of get your feet wet. So I'm going to close this down. We're going to go over a couple notes real quick. Let me bring up my additional resources. Okay, so again, now when you make your Wix site, it's going to give you a randomly generated website that'll just be like, www.wix.com/jumble of all sorts of stuff, and obviously that's not professional. You want something that has your company name or at least identifies with your business. So the place you can buy those domains are, and again, I don't really recommend Wix. You can do it if you just want to keep it all in-house with Wix. That's up to you, but it's a little restrictive, and honestly I think you can get a much better price. Like I said, with right here written down, we got GoDaddy.com. I've seen you've been able to get a site for about 99 cents, and you are going to have to pay for that yearly, but just find what works best for you, get the best price. Now, I know not everybody's going to have logos. You don't necessarily have to have a logo. I mean, especially for a government contracting website, they're not looking for a lot of flash. It's more about the professionalism and just something that's well put together and has the information that they need. But in the case that you do want a logo, an option that you can go with is Wix Logo Maker. So that's actually something you can do yourself and save a little money. Don't have to go out there and hire a graphic artist. And speaking more on graphics, so if you're looking to do something a little more custom, you want some more photos, more options, say maybe you have a headshot. You have a headshot that you want to put on your website in your about page. But you got a great picture, but you want just yourself on it. What you can do in Canva is you can drop that picture in there and you can remove a whole background with one click. It's really handy. You can do it with a lot of stuff. I highly recommend Canva. I do believe you can get a free trial or a free account, but you're not going to have access to all the tools. But it is only about $12 a month. I highly recommend it. I use it on the daily. But that should really wrap it up. The last thing I do want to mention again is, talking about the fonts for your text. So you guys don't want to use more than 3. You're going to be bogging your website down. So pick 2 that go together, a header one, and then a more readable subtext. Alright, but again, I do appreciate everyone's time today, and I wish you guys good luck. If you have any questions, you can email me at, I'm going to type it right here, dnewman@all-americancontracting.com. If you have any questions, concerns, anything I can help you with, maybe just quick and easy little stuff here, just let me know. You can email me there. Just give me some info on what it is you're trying to do or what issues you have, as well as if you are looking for someone to go ahead and just build out your site for you. I'd be more than happy to help for a reasonable price. I understand that Wix is for everyone to some degree. If you have some basic computer skills, there's no reason you can't build out your own site. It's just there's a little bit of the learning curve, and you're gonna have to spend some time on it. So I wish we could have done a whole site in about 30 minutes, but it's obviously not realistic. But again, thank you guys, and take care.